welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be taking you guys on a 3-day spearfishing trip from Central Coast down to Southern California looking for vermilion rockfish, lobster, scallops, and maybe sheephead. So here we go.
What's up?
Yo. So we tracked down this, found this area along Central Coast. First trip was hit Central Coast first, see if we can find some vermilion. Found this really cool spot here. Met up with a few dive buddies, and you know, just explore. This is actually my first time here at this area, so it was fairly new. Kenny, one of my dive buddies, took the first drop here to see if we can find anything. After that, it was my turn, and Kenny found this nice hole about 30 to 35 feet. It was pretty nice because we spent about a good 15-20 minutes not seeing anything, and then here this hole that we found, there were tons of rockfish in here, really good sizes, a little bit deeper in the hole. You guys can probably see it in here. But my goal was to look for vermilion down in Central Coast, and so I wasn't planning on shooting any rockfish or lingcod because we had a lot of those already. So pretty much just shooting what I planned to eat, and mainly my goal here was looking for vermilion. We didn't see anything, but that was just a nice spot, a nice hole to just to finally see fish there. Here's Hideshi also roaming around. Took for another dive. Didn't really see much, as you can see. Covers by a bunch of sea urchins. So here's a greenling just swimming by. Then just some small blues. There were some. I spotted some large one that just hid under this rock right there. But it wasn't anything that I wanted to shoot. So. Let it go. Although I do want to say this trip down in Central Coast, unfortunately my GoPro didn't record, but I saw a baby octopus while looking for scallops. So I found this nice scallop that was closed, and I thought that was a scallop until I opened it. A small octopus came out, and it was just the cutest thing ever. I just wish I had it on camera, but I didn't. So that was, if anything, the most memorable or the highlight of the Central Coast dive. Other than that, there wasn't much, just mainly blues. There's greenling. I did see a small cabezon, but that was about it. Didn't really see much here. I thought we would score big seeing a bunch of vermilion or anything like that, because the area is pretty remote too. So that's it. Then we took another drive further down for day 2. Day 2 is when we visit Southern California. This is really where I was mostly excited for, which was hunting for lobster. We found this nice spot.
Down here for the lobster. Hopefully I'll get my first one today.
And just getting, comfortable. Took a first dive down, just looking to see if there's any lobster. Looking in the crevices, and I gotta say, lobsters are everywhere, like everywhere. They're just everywhere you point, you will see them. They might not be the correct size, but they're everywhere. You'll see them everywhere. Just pointing in holes, they are everywhere. Now, they might look like it's there and it's easy to grab, but it's not. They have these 2 antennas that are so sensitive, and as you get close, like they just know, and they'll just go deeper in the hole, and it's just so hard. I was just so amazed seeing so many lobster ever in my life here. Down for, now this is probably like 6th, 7th, 5th dive, and my buddy and I here, it was just so hard to grab. I was just been grabbing antennas, and I've been telling him, how about we go down together and see if we can corner them. That way we have better chance of catching them. So I would go on one side, my dive buddy Hideshi would be on the other side, and bam!
Let's go! That was big! Woo! Nice one! You want to measure it?
Of course, we gotta measure just to make sure that you know, there's a size limit on these, and this one is it's definitely big, so over the size, so it's definitely a keeper. And here, the rule in California is you can only grab lobster. You cannot spearfish. Spear it. Cannot use any type of you know, luring devices to kind of lure them out, etc. So you can only catch them by hand, and that's per the regulations. So no shooting lobsters, or else it would be so easy to shoot these, but just by hand, and which makes it even more challenging, and if anything, more exciting as well. Dove down, look in this hole. I saw sheephead. So another thing that we wanted to see was you know, catching sheephead as well. So it was nice to see a lot of sheephead down here, but of course we're looking for just the very big one. Here's a lobster here that I was trying to catch. They're so sensitive. Here, as I try to grab it, boom, just came right out, and they're just super fast. He already slow-mo it like 4 times, and it's still fast. That day I probably grabbed like 20 different antennas. I grabbed so many lobster, but could never hang on to them. So they're just so fast, and it just makes me appreciate, for those who limit on lobster day like 7, man, you guys are just so good. I mean, this is my first day trip just grabbing lobster, and it was so hard. So again, back on the same plan. My dive buddy and I, you know, both on a different corner, and that's the only way for us to really catch them, you know, successfully. So here I was able to grab the the head, and once I know that my buddy had a good handle on the tail, I let it go, and Hideshi, of course, was able to secure it.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You got it? You got a good hold? I got it. I got it.
Again, measuring. Well, at the side limit, so it's a keeper. More dives. I would say the depth here that we dove was probably, I would say 20 to 30 feet. It wasn't that deep. And one of the best way to spot these lobsters are just looking for crevices, big boulders, because they are there. Here, I was able to catch it one by myself, so after multiple tries, definitely landed one. So again, more in the holes, as you can see here. Now, there are a lot of these California orange fish. This is native, so again, sheephead right there. So sheepheads are everywhere. It's just they're definitely not the big size, but this is cool here. I found this cool shark that's laying in there. Not sure what kind of shark that is, but it was just a nice sight to see. Diving with my buddy on my side again. That's what we found through like tactical, was we found more success if we dive together, and then lay out a nice plan to how to go get them, because they're just super fast. The viz down in Southern California is definitely much clearer than up north. Water is also a little bit warmer as well. So it was just nice diving in clear water. You can just see everything. Here's this calico bass right there, just saying hello to him. Another sheephead. I mean, there's definitely good amount of sea life down here. Kelp bed looks great, healthy. And it was just nice. It was beautiful. On a beautiful day. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Alright, moving on to day 3 of our trip, also down in SoCal. Here, this day, we met up with one of my dive buddy down in Southern California, Sam. He's a great spear fisherman. He also has his own YouTube channel, Dive Spear Eat. He actually showed us this spot. Here's an angle from him actually recording both Hideshi and I down here looking through a hole for lobster. So he showed us around. Thanks so much, Sam. You've been awesome. Sam, a lot of these places that we dove, Sam was the one that actually shared some of these locations. So big shout out to him for showing us, the spots so that way we can catch our lobster. As you can see there earlier in the hole, lobsters are everywhere. And they are also very deep inside, which is really hard to catch them. So strategically, we would have to, want to corner them off by having one going off on one side, the other going on the other side. As you can see here, I'm trying to grab this one. It's a pretty big one too. So I try not to shine the flashlight on them to scare them away, and I'm just gonna go for it. Boom. Yep, landed one. Good size. Sam is just right there on my left side. Next dive down. Also another hold here. Spotted more lobster. And as the day goes by, the more practice, the more miss that you grab them, you tend to get better. Your reflex are a bit faster, and you're able to somewhat grab them somewhat easier, but this is still super hard. Again, this is my second day grabbing, day 3 of the trip, but second day grabbing lobster, and was able to grab another one here. And if you notice, Hideshi went down with me, so he actually helped me corner this one. So it's still a team effort. And as we dove down, we saw a lot of scallops. And here, I'm just pointing out the scallop for my dive buddy Hideshi. He've never caught any scallop or harvest any too, so I was pointing it out for him where I spot them. And there's some right there as well. But they're just so hard. They're called rock scallop for a reason. They're like literally stuck on a rock. And just more here. You can see the lips. The lips are showing. They're somewhat open a little bit, and they're just tons, abundant of them. So this spot is definitely a great scallop spot. And I was able to pluck one out. Back, I think it's this two. Show it to Hideshi. Yep, he pointed too. Going down for more. Remember the day 2 that we saw that shark? This one is very similar right here. It's also a similar shark, but I was down for that big scallop right there. So sorry, Sharky, for disturbing you there, but this is a big scallop, and I wasn't planning to let it go. Just cleaning out. And here, I think Hideshi went down. So part of the trip was to spot a good sized sheephead. And I spotted a really nice sized sheephead, and I pointed out for Hideshi, as you can see here, my finger pointing down there, and I told him that it's in that area. I saw him in that corner. I didn't have my spear gun, so Hideshi wanted to shoot some fish, so he had his spear gun. I pointed out for him that it is in that area, that hold, and Hideshi went down, and he was able to spot it. And I said, go ahead and take the shot. I really wanted him to get his own sheephead for the first time, and there you go. He was able to shot it, spear it in the hole, and pull it all up right here. A good size as well. This is his first sheephead down in Southern California, so we're super stoked. He kept it tight. He definitely didn't want to take it out because the shaft didn't go all the way through. So we were able to dispatch it, killed it, and then put it in our fish bag. I'm still searching for more lobster. All I wanted was lobster on this trip. I promised my wife that I'll bring lobster home, so we were only hunting for lobster down here. There's one right there. Grab him! Oh, but too small, so we gotta let it go. And that was the trip. I mean, it was just so awesome. We were able to harvest lobster, dove with a bunch of different dive buddies, and it was just an experience. I would definitely love to do it again, just because that week we went, it was just so perfect. Visibility was great. It was so flat. The swell was like none. You know, we came down for sheephead, scallop, and lobster. We got it all. Met up with Sam, Dive Spear Eat. Big shout out to him. Super cool guy. And we got lobster. We were able to bring lobster home. And made some yummy dish with the lobster scallop that we caught right here. Here's some photos for you. Makes me hungry looking at these again. And that's it for our trip. To be continued. See you guys next time.